I'm noticing this big trend for wireless monitoring in film and video productions. So I've noticed also that the prices are extremely high. With just a couple minor purchases, I was able to kind of create my own low budget wireless monitoring systems. Most of it comes from repurposing things I already had. Like starting with my Atomos Shogun Inferno, I think it's the 2017 model. It's fairly bright, I'm not sure the nits, but I like it. It has SDI in, it has HDMI in, can record 4K, uses solid state drives. But what I did is I bought a fairly expensive, I think about $50 cage that was adjustable up from 4-inch to 7-inch monitors, and it had the handles on the side. And I already owned the Hollyland wireless video that takes both SDI and HDMI. So by pairing this, and I also already had the Sony dummy battery that had dummy battery on two sides, so I was able to slide it in there, put this on and attach it. So this got a very small footprint, as you can see here. This doesn't have a big footprint in terms of the back and the size. And you have the transmitter you put on the camera, receiver on the monitor. Just go very quick HDMI out to the in with a very short cable. I generally will put either attach a V-mount somewhere up here, or I sometimes use the core battery base plate batteries. And you've got yourself a really good, not only high-end monitor, but this is also a recorder to get backup recordings. Now that's going to be 1080p, but I have found that when I do this, I end up getting a really good backup. Sometimes you need it just to restore audio. Sometimes you have a shot that just got missed. And I use this one as the recorder. That's why I'm using my Hollyland, because this is by far my strongest, most reliable, lowest latency transmitter receiver combo. Which leads me to another setup, which is using just a generic FeelWorld 7-inch monitor. Same basic concept. This one, I have the two-sided dummy battery here, and I go to DTap again for the core base plate. And then I have the Gimbal transmitter and receiver system, which is using these. Now, they generally come with their own kind of ridiculously weird stickers. This one, I think, had the Panda, and I never put the stickers on. I end up using my own Sunny Boost stickers. And again, very good, very reliable 1080 transmission. Cheap $50 cage. Already had this adapter. And again, wireless setup. What I find is a lot of times when I'm doing like live events to monitor the cameras are on the tripod so high up, you can't see the monitor. So even when it's only a short distance of a few feet, having the wireless transmission to be able to see and check focus, to be able to check the framing, to make adjustments, but not disturb the camera and not have to look all the way up there, strain your eyes, getting your tiptoes. I find myself using this wireless setup on almost every gig, because a lot of times I'll end up putting this on a light stand and letting it be a client monitor too. So I'm checking focus and we have the client checking the shot too. And as a backup and for other gigs, I bought the $79 Gimbal wireless system. And I have used this on professional gigs. A lot of times I'll use these, if I need it for camera stuff, I'll use it for, wireless for camera. But usually what I wind up using this for is to transmit things like to long distance at an event venue where I have to feed their house screens or TV screens that are on the stage while I'm really far away. And I bought these originally and I was unimpressed, and that's why I upgraded to the other ones. These are the red ones that have the dragon logo that, again, I chose to put my Sunny Boo logo on instead. I was not impressed at first, but I ended up using these a few more times. I ended up returning it, but then buying it again just for these short distance camera monitoring, and these work phenomenal. And at that price, $79 for this quality, I mean, they're made of something that's like a hybrid metal plastic or something that it's just, they're pretty well put together, and the antennas are built into the top inside the plastic. I don't necessarily trust these to get a constant feed for something like recording like I do on the Atomos. I don't think I'd recommend it for those. But for basic wireless monitoring or feeding like a PowerPoint to a screen over a long distance, these Gimbal transmitter receivers work phenomenally well. I do say that the Panda ones that are a little more expensive at 119, these definitely work better, substantially better than the red ones with the dragon logo, but they are both really good for their price point. But if you are looking for high-end, professional, consistent, go with the Hollyland. Hollyland is always like top-notch on their wireless. So this is what I use as my wireless monitoring and backup recording, and I just love this little rig. This, to me, really does the job exceptionally well. And again, with V-mount batteries, hours and hours of use before it goes out. I'm going to put the links in the description. By all means, check it out. Thanks for watching.